And the first card you've got is criticism. So this is the Nine of Swords, and you've got Gemini and Sagittarius here on this card, and this is talking about a lot of people have got a lot of things to say that can be a bit upsetting, and you can see there's a lot of lightning coming out of the mouth over there, and you can see there's a lot of lightning rods striking this person's head. So you might be retaliating to whatever they've got to say, and they are very, very critical about whatever you're doing. You just need to ignore them. You know what you want to do, and this is something that you've got to make them know that you have your mind set, you have an understanding about what needs to get done, and you're not going to be listening to any criticism about things at the end of the day. So try not to let people get under your skin. Count to 10 really, and just ignore whatever they've got to say. Everybody's got their opinions, and you need to tell them to keep their opinions to themselves, really. You've got the balance card over here, and this is also a swords card, so it's a two of wind, and you've got moon here in Libra. So there's a need for you to find that balance. So don't let these people that are being very, very critical of you upset you here, because you can either let them keep you in the dark and make you feel unhappy, or step into the light and say, this is what I want to do and this is what I'm going to do. So there's a decision that has to be made over here with the balance card as well. So some kind of important, maybe a legal decision as well coming in there for you, or maybe or you're waiting for some kind of legal decision at the moment. If there is a decision that you have to make, you need to be very, very logical about the whole thing. So don't let your emotions get away with you. Just keep everything under tight control here. Like I said, there's a lot of people that have got a lot of things to say with this criticism card, and maybe they're trying to influence the way you make a decision. So you just got to ignore them and go by your own instincts. And if you do that, you've got this Nine of Cups, or the Joy card over here. So this is Jupiter in Pisces, and Pisces is your sign. So, you will get abundance coming to you. So the decision is really up to you, and whichever way you decide to go is going to be the correct way of doing something, and it's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment. So whatever it is that you are trying to decide upon, don't listen to what anybody's got to say, because at the end of the day, whatever decision you make is going to be the best one for you, and it's going to bring you a lot of success. Now, in the past, you've got the completion card over here, which is the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands. And this is about being successful at whatever it is you were working on. So you were focusing all your efforts and energies onto something, and you have reached the point where you have successfully completed that particular project. And there's the delight card over here. So whatever you've been putting out into the world has been producing a lot of happiness. Whatever you're working on, you're collaborating with a lot of people, and you're bringing a new insight into the situation as well. You can see that third eye is activated over there, and this is the Three of Wands. So working with people, it might be some kind of overseas project that you're working on, or you're collaborating with a lot of people. You're seeing the bigger picture of the whole thing, and you're bringing your vision into it, and it's producing a lot of happiness on your part. And whatever this project was, were very, very important in the completion of that particular project, because of all the insights that you brought. So whatever they've got to say about things, whatever the people around you've got to say, you can ignore it safely, knowing that whatever ideas you had were very, very groundbreaking. Now, going into the future, you've got the initiation card over here. So this is the Devil card, usually in the normal tarot. Here it's ruled by Capricorn, so you might still be working very, very long hours, very, very tied to your job. You might be dealing with a Capricorn person as well, who might be bullying you a little bit. Now, the Devil is a negative card in the sense that the energies are, where you have negative thoughts about things, or you're feeling a bit despondent. So you need to let go of that emotion. Stop, don't let these people bring you down. Whoever it is just trying to control you by criticizing you. So you need to actually let them go or ignore them, because they are controlling you by criticizing you. Usually critics are people that can't do things. So that's how I see it. And, you need to see that, they probably can't do the job. And that is why, they can turn around and focus all the attention on everybody else. But at the end of the day, when you give them a chance to do something, they're not the ones that are able to do it. So just ignore what they've got to say and don't let them bring in negative emotions. And you've got to set some boundaries as well. So you've got that Four of Earth or the Four of Pentacles over here. You need to decide where your boundaries are. You need to set boundaries for these people and don't let them cross it. And you need to show them that, there's just a point where, you're not going to take anything anymore. So you do need to set some boundaries as well. So at the bottom of the deck, you've got that Seven of Cups there. And you've got the Princess of Swords and the King of Wands. So you've got the Four of Wands over here, which you had in the energy spread, which is talking about a successful completion of a cycle, or successful completion of the first part of whatever it is you were doing. So if it was a project, it's getting recognition, you have done it complete, and a lot of people are impressed with it. So you're managing to lay down foundations because you've successfully completed that particular project. So there's a cause for celebration here with this Four of Wands. It seems like there's an offer that has come in for you with that King of Wands, and this is usually a really good job offer, or it's some kind of offer that is going to allow you to move forward as far as your career goes. So this could be a work offer, something coming in, or even a promotion coming in for you there. And you have to make some kind of decision. It looks like you're waiting for things to happen with this Princess of Swords over here. You're looking at things very, very carefully, and this could be about waiting to sign contracts as well with this Princess of Swords. You do need to maybe, manipulate things a little bit. You can see the sword is bent over there. So maybe there's something that you need to, put a positive spin on, or change the way people are viewing that particular bit of information. So you do need to manipulate the truth a little bit there in order for you to get things going. I'm not saying outright lie about things, but I'm just saying that, there's something that you need to give a spin to, some kind of information, or the way you present yourself. You need to change it a little bit so that it looks more attractive to people. So if you're putting your CV out, or if you're, trying to get something done, you need to persuade people with this Princess of Swords. Change things around, make it look very, very attractive. So it's all about selling the merchandise, I think, and this is what is coming across here in this particular card. There's a lot of options available for you there. You've got the Seven of Cups. You're going through a state of confusion. So this person has put in some kind of offer to you, this King of Wands, and it's confusing you quite a bit. It's almost like it's a spanner in the works. You're really not quite sure what you should be doing or which way you should be going. So there's a state of being indecisive and not really knowing. And also, with that Seven of Cups, there's always that element of procrastinating. You've got that Princess of Swords, and this is waiting as well. So in a sense, this person's made an offer to you there, or there's something that has come up. And you're not making a decision. You're procrastinating about it. You're thinking about it. You're not quite sure what you should be doing with that Seven of Cups there. Now, what's happening with you? You've got the Seven of Swords and the World card. So you have been dealing with a lot of lies or deceit. Something's been going on behind your back, that you're not aware of. This is about leaving behind that and walking away from things as well, going to the future. But knowing that you have to watch your own back because there's some kind of lies going on. There's a new cycle beginning over here. You've got that new moon coming in over there. So something brand new is starting for you. And whatever's gone on in the past, you may have to just leave it and walk away from it. So whatever didn't work out, you're going to just have to abandon it and make plans for the future there. You've got the World, so this is an ending of a cycle over there. So you could be even thinking about leaving your old job and moving on. And maybe this is what's confusing you here. Maybe you've completed that job successfully. There was something that was really good that happened about that job. There was, maybe some stability came in over there. But then there's this new offer that comes in over there that's throwing a little bit of a spanner in the works there. It looks like you're going to have to, leave that job behind and move on. Because you've got the World card, and this is the ending of old jobs, old cycles. This is a card ruled by Saturn. But you can see this person's walking away from these swords as well. Now, the Seven of Swords is usually read as as a card of, lies and deception. But in this particular instance, it looks like you're going to be leaving behind the old job and moving on to the future and making a fresh start over there. But also being a little bit on your guard, because you've got this woman's got the sword held behind her back, so watching your back all the time, but starting something brand new. So it looks like you're ending this work cycle. Maybe there was a lot of problems over there, a lot of conflict, and you're deciding to just leave it all behind and walk away and start something brand new, especially with that World card, just leaving behind an old phase, as an old job. So in the past, you've got the hangman over you, or the hangwoman in this case, waiting for something to happen. Like I said, things seem to have gone a little bit haywire there. Things are a little bit upside down. It's like you were using all your strength to just hang on to things, and being very confused as well. The hangwoman is, also about having sacrificed a lot for a particular job, but waiting for things that didn't seem to come there, didn't seem to arrive. So all your expectations were not met. You've got the Ace of Cups over here. So this new job that has come in for you, this new offer that is coming in for you, has probably got some learning attached to it. There might be some overseas trouble as well coming in with this job, because it's the Ace of Cups. You can see there's the world almost in the background over there. So this could be about relocating, buying a new home overseas, or taking a new job overseas as well. Now, the Ace of Cups could also be a job that involves that further training or further studying. Because you've got the world over here, this Ace of Cups might be a new home, or relocating and starting afresh somewhere else, maybe overseas. Or even wherever you start this new job, it might be close to water, or a place that is close to the seaside. So you've got the Judgment card over here. So you're at a decision point. You're at a choice here. You can see that road is open there for you, but you are facing some kind of decision. You can see beyond, what you want, but you're trying to decide. And this is about changing the course of your life, or changing the course of your career. So with that Seven of Cups, being a bit indecisive, and that you've got that Queen of Swords over here, it's not really quite knowing what you should be doing as well, waiting for things to happen. But you are at some kind of turning point in your life, having to make a decision, and you're being called upon by the universe to do that, to make that decision, to move on. And you're seriously thinking about leaving this whole situation behind and going forward. You've got the King of Swords over here. So this is about signing new contracts, legal papers, or even dealing with legal issues over here. So some kind of judgment being made, some kind of decision being made here on your point. So review all the information very, very carefully if you're making a decision, but this could be also waiting for some kind of legal decision to come through. You've got the High Priestess over here. So you are waiting for things to happen. You are, in a sense, a little bit, you're confused, you're procrastinating a little bit, you're doing a lot of research into this particular project. And you can see this woman's weighing her options, whether to stay or to travel. So you can either stay put or move into the world scenario. So you are still waiting, trying to make a decision. And it looks like that third eye is activated. So you're doing a lot of soul searching at this particular point. You might even be considering going and doing some further study or further training. Like I said, she's got the travel card, the world in one hand, and she's got like a scroll in the other hand. So this is about either deciding you want to do some further training or further studying, or whether you want to just, leave it all and travel the world. So it seems like there's a big decision you're being faced with at this particular time. You need to trust your instincts with this High Priestess, because you've got all the information. This card tells you not to listen to anything anybody's got to say about what you're doing. You have to rely on your own experience to make that decision. So you can't rely on anybody to give you even a sound opinion. This is about your opinions that matter at the moment. You've got the Eight of Pentacles. So whatever this job is, you're going to be very, very focused on it. It's got an artistic little flavor to it there, you can see. But it's also a card, the Eight of Pentacles is about training on the job as well. So there could be some further learning, further training that comes in with this job. But you're certainly going to be working pretty hard at it, and you're going to be very, very focused on this job as well. And whatever you produce is going to be very, very beautiful, or very, very good, in the sense that it's something very unusual that you're doing at the moment. Now, you've got the Eight of Cups, so you're still in a dilemma about leaving behind this whole situation you are in at the moment. So you're in a bit of transition. You're not quite sure whether to go or to stay, and you're thinking about it very carefully. This is the Eight of Cups. It's almost like taking the plunge, leaving behind something that was established and moving into new territory, something you've never done before. And so you are a bit stuck. You're looking at your options. So this is also about weighing your options up. And that's where you are at the moment. Now, going into the future, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So it looks like you will make a decision. You will come to some kind of decision as far as your work goes. The Ace of Pentacles is about a new job, a new money. It's about a promotion, something brand new where you lay down new foundations and new security coming in, new financial security coming in for you. And it's going to be handed to you. So whatever it is, it looks like a decision is going to be made, and you are going to be starting something fresh. You'll be working with a lot of people, a lot of collaboration. You can see these spheres are all connected to each other. So there's a lot of interaction with a lot of people going on, maybe working with other experts in your field. And there's going to be a lot of travel as well with that Eight of Wands. You can see there's that new moon over there, but there's the swords, the wands, going towards that new moon. So there's a lot of international travel coming in for you. Things are going to start moving pretty quickly. You're not going to be stuck in this hanged woman position here, but rather you'll be moving quite a bit. So whatever this job is, it's going to be, you're going to need to think quickly on your feet. There's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of international communication, and a lot of collaboration coming in as well. So you're going to be pretty busy pretty soon and working with a lot of people. And the focus is going to be on work and travel. And, it's going to bring in, that's how the abundance will come in through your work. So something brand new starting for you, but you need to make a decision. That is very important. And it looks like you will be signing some new contracts as well with that new job. So the first card is good advice. It will be necessary for you to seek some good advice at this time because your personal judgment cannot be trusted. Look to those you trust and respect, such as a lawyer, doctor, broken family member. Now, although the High Priestess says, just rely on your own experience, advice, is never a bad thing. It doesn't mean you have to follow what they've got to say, but you can listen to what they've got to say and decide, take what is good for you and leave the rest. You've got the famine, so time of limited opportunity, sacrifice, or change. The only solution is to conserve resources and seek greater opportunity elsewhere. So you do need to watch how you're spending, watch your finances, don't go overboard, especially since this is now December, Christmas season is coming in, and we all tend to overspend during that period. So just watch your finances very, very carefully. The last one is trust. During this time, you might encounter new love. Keep an open mind and heart, which will lead to love or friendship. Learn to trust yourself and your intuition. So I think that's more applicable, that you trust your own judgment. So that High Priestess is telling you, weigh your options very carefully and then trust your own judgment because you know what you want to do. And it's going to be good for you if you make the decision for yourself. Don't allow anybody's criticisms to influence the way you make decisions. And there, excellent card again. You got the Nine of Water, so this appeared in the energy read as well. Your wishes are coming true, concerns fade away. So it looks like you're leaving behind the old and you're rising to the surface over here. You're getting yourself emotionally on track and you're going to be very, very satisfied with the outcome of whatever happens. So this is that wish being fulfilled. You've got the Nine of Earths, so this is really nice as well. So this is enjoying life's little luxuries, spending time alone, and successful self-employment. So the Nine of Earth is the Nine of Pentacles. This is financial success, recognition, and being taken seriously for what you do. So people giving you credit where you deserve it. They're not ignoring your efforts anymore. You've got the Temperance card or the Balance card, a need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So wait, don't rush into things. Look at everything very, very carefully. And here again with that Temperance card, you see her pouring from the gold goblet into the silver goblet. And this is about using your experience, the golden experience that you have earned and worked for, and applying it to all your everyday tasks or whatever it is you're doing. and you've got a lot of good experience, and you'll be surprised that the outcome will be pretty good. People will recognize you for all that you have learned. So there is that need for you to balance and also use your experience. Also, don't go overboard. So if you don't go overboard in spending, try and keep it, try and save as much as you spend. So don't go overboard spending. Make sure that you're keeping a tight rein on your finances as well.